Good evening and welcome to all our viewers on SpeedGaming Prime and welcome to Week 5 of Swiss into Zelda 1 Randomizer 2024 Winter Tournament. A matchup in the 3-1 bracket here. Fred Coughlin versus Xarnax42. Moonrisen Phoenix here bringing you this matchup. And joining me in the booth tonight, it is Tracy. Good afternoon, actually. I'm so used to doing these evening things.
Yeah, good afternoon to you too, Moonrisen. Yeah, we do have a 3-1 matchup, which means this is for seeding and pride. Both runners are going to obviously want to win this race because that'll put them at the 4-1 level. We don't know how big the main bracket's going to be, but if winning could potentially give a runner a bye. I don't think anybody in the 3-2 is going to get a bye, but I could be wrong. But yeah, you definitely rather win this than lose this, but the pressure's off. We're both going to brackets no matter what.
That's right. The top bracket awaits both runners, but for now, runners are about to begin, so let's get to it.
Yeah, Xarnax apparently likes the letter M. Also, the weird start screen, because we can't actually start on the vanilla letter K, we actually start below it, and that's where the sword ends up being. Normally, we start on the sword start screen. Xarnax has decided not to pick up the sword yet. It's going to go ahead and find level 6 here, get immediately ladder blocked.
And not only is it a ladder block, but there's a Patra in there. Not sure that our runners are going to want to look at that anytime soon.
I think we're shapes. This is... yeah, because the quest 1 would not go that high on the 6. Could be 2Q. I think, maybe.
Could be, yes. That is about the position of the Scorpion Tail in 2Q6.
We did see some bubbles. Therefore, we are going to get a 2Q something.
Indeed. And our runners are going to start with the raft, which is probably the less desirable of all 3 starting items you can get in this flag set.
I mean, if the raft spot has something, then you feel good about having the raft as a starting item. Otherwise, it's not the best one. There's only 2 locations it opens up. It's kind of out of the way. And level 7 for Fred, that is not a Q2 7. So we're going to call the front half Q2.
Yeah, I would say this looks like a 1Q7.
It could be 1Q7. If it is, it's by far my least favorite, and in my opinion, the worst dungeon combination possible. Because you get the 3 worst dungeons in the same seed: the 1Q4, 2Q7. Sorry, 2Q4, 1Q7, 1Q9.
There's this thing that Xarnax just got that's going to change absolutely everything. That is a bow early on in level 6 on the floor.
Wow. I mean, I imagine Fred will get that, but, a nice little advantage if he can find arrows to buy and/or the silver arrows.
And now a bomb pack on top of it. Xarnax probably feeling good about what happened in the last 30 seconds.
All right, push block for Fred. We'll see if this is the transport or the item. It is, of course, the transport, because that's usually how that works.
It's 1Q7. What do you expect?
And there's a compass. Yeah, still looking like 1Q7. Still no full confirmation, but... Oh, and the Triforce is really near start. And of course, we can't afford that bomb upgrade, but it's so close to start that it wouldn't surprise me if runners have money to burn, they go back in there and buy that bomb upgrade later on.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Oh, we've got a key here on Fred's side. Might use it on that door he saw on the exit of the D. Oh.
Yeah, yes, up A here, because can't go any further without bombs or a recorder to kill that dig dogger. And we get one of the longer messages for the generic message, because of course they won't say anything else until we get a book.
Indeed, you'll need a book to translate the old men's help messages, but at the same time, once you get them, that's going to be helpful hints, which a lot of people in the community refer to as truthful.
Yeah, I like truthful because they are true, but they aren't always helpful. Mostly it's just benign stuff that it just tells you things that you already know, but every once in a while they can be a little bit unofficially deceptive, because they'll walk over the waters, the feat of strength, the play a melody hints can lead you astray.
Absolutely right. I've been there, so I can fully confirm that.
All right, Fred's trying to dig out at least one of these items. I don't think he's going to spend any keys. He's managed to get his key total up to 4, which is pretty good. And when you see a hole in his map there, that pretty much confirms that this has got to be a 1Q dungeon. Because, of course, shapes will never have holes on the map.
That's right. And due to the fact that 2Q looked like, rather,
We have-
level 6 looked like it was 2Q. And
Well,
blue
we have bubbles. The bubbles confirm there has to be 2Q somewhere. Fred decides to pick up that Triforce. Takes the early Triforce lead, but, this is, way too early to even say advantage.
Very
in
true.
my opinion.
Xarnax, meanwhile, finding any roads and literally one room away from one of them.
It's always a little funny when you get... Oh, nice secret, though. 136 for the large.
No poverty seed. Runner's
Well,
gonna be happy
hopefully
about
he
that
finds hopefully he finds a candle shop soon so we can buy that and just not even have to worry about it. Meanwhile, Fred finds level 4.
one. Under the Forest Armos, our third dungeon within 5 minutes. Yeah, all right.
I might have... Well, it looks like we might be ladder blocked anyway, but I might have gone and checked the other Armos in case it's the item that might help you out in this level. But he's going to go ahead and at least clear this room.
I mean, if there's an item drop here, it will be on the south side of that of the room. So Fred will be able to pick this up, but there's nothing.
Fred's still with no bombs. Okay, nothing more he can do unless he gets bombs or a ladder. Xarnax also finds level 4, is going to be able to check a few bomb holes.
Let's see, is the item under the East Forest Armos? It is not. It's on the west side.
Okay, well. At this point, I would try to get some bombs and do a screen scroll over to the grave area, get the grave Armos spot, and then you can scroll over to the death Armos. And checking these open caves here first makes a lot of sense. Xarnax did manage to get a little bit further into this 4. He's gonna explore a little further before picking up that Triforce. I'll have to keep track of which our enemy links are, because we have Fred as the Gibdo and Xarnax as the Lionel. So each player has a different link substitute.
And due to the fact that this is 2Q4, I've got to wonder just how much Xarnax is going to dig for the items here.
Looks like he's going to grab this Triforce. I think just get out of here for now. It's a little scary because 2Q4 does have 3 items. You might have to come back, and you might not want to come back because it's 2Q4. He is going to go back in and see if he can get a little further along.
Meanwhile, we've got a coast item. It is a heart container, and the east raft spot is just a door repair.
There's the any roads for Fred. At least it's one less power bracelet spot there for checking later. And it's not the most out of the way one. Wow, those any roads are bad.
Yeah, no,
They're all in the same quadrant.
There's absolutely no saving these
wow.
any roads.
I mean, I don't usually put a letter grade on any rows, but F minus.
Yeah, definitely 0 out of 10.
That's as bad as it gets.
Yeah, that's a 0 out of 10. Would not recommend.
I mean, and the funny thing is, like, usually I'll bump up my opinion on the any roads just for one of them being near start, and that just didn't matter. In fact, it's even on the start screen because of the letter cave being our wood sword, and for whatever reason, you can't actually start on the letter cave screen.
Okay, so Monocle Rock, just the potion shop. Fred deciding to retry to keep his bombs. It's entirely see the reasoning behind that.
Yeah, and he even reset, so he may be hoping to get a global. Yeah, we got a bunch of... Yeah, when you have a bunch of moblins early on. Yeah, there we go. It gets that global.
1, 6, and 8 the count for bomb drops. And what about the waterfall? Level 8.
Oh boy. Well, level 8 is not a bad... Level 8 in 1Q is kind of the saving grace of the back half of 1Q. It's not a bad level. 3 items. Relatively small for being a level 8.
At the same time, at the very least, you're not dealing with 35 rooms of stairways to heck.
Blue boomerang. Yeah, Fred says, nope, I don't want it.
No.
This early, I like to take the boomerangs, but it's not you're not thrilled with it as your item. It's not what you're looking for, of course.
Give me silvers, give me a red ring, a red candle even, I'd be happy with that.
Oh, a red candle before you find a blue one is beautiful.
Oh, yeah. So next, looking at the southern coast, needs to be a bit careful. Well, there's a hint shop.
The first 2 hints were relatively cheap. The third one at 49, not quite so much.
I mean, 85 rupees for a trio of hints? I've seen a lot worse than that.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. I mean, I think it was Fred that once did a seed where he had 3 hints all roll all the way up to 60.
Triple 60?
Yep.
Yikes. I saw 259s and a 60, but never 360s. Oh, this is going to be a staircase. That bomb bag being there.
Come on, Manhandle, land on the bomb.
Oh,
go grab the bombs. Go grab the bombs, Fred. Okay, we're good.
And gets rewarded with a bomb pack from killing it. What do we have here?
A heart. But it's early. We take it.
Not dying is good. You take that.
Oh, and did you see what I just saw on Xarnax screen?
Wizards on the overworld?
I saw the Wizard in the HUD. But yeah, on the overworld. Wizards like to cheat.
Oh, yeah. And they're not the only enemy that likes to cheat. Pole's voice.
Mm-hmm. And Tektites. The Tektites are the worst offenders.
Oh, Tektites. Oh, yeah. I'll clip and you might not see me again.
Fred continuing to be on the edge here of his health. He's gonna save this room and go back in. Or maybe go try and bomb this side here.
Meanwhile, Xarnax heading into Vanilla Start to find his first take, and he gets
I'm gonna grab that candle. With as much money as he has, I might have tried to hold out for the candle shop, but on the other hand, if the candle shop's the rare shop, it might be a while before we find it, so it's certainly reasonable to take the candle instead. There's our other hint shop. It's a similar spread of prices.
96 for that one.
With 6 keys, Fred's gonna burn one. He's managed to accumulate quite a few keys. Oh boy. A big you don't see the big shield pickup every day.
Yep, but Xarnax, I believe, is one of our runners that seems to swear by it almost.
I mean, the benefits of the big shield when you have the Wizards on the overworld, we have Lionels in the dungeons. You can deflect those projectiles with the big shield. Now, the downside of the big shield, now some people say it affects your screen scrolling. Now with the alternate sprite, that's not going to be an issue because there's no shield showing up on that Lionel. But also the real downside, the downside to me is that now you have to be ultra careful of those likes because they will eat your shield.
Yeah, 99 rupees is not something you want to lose.
Exactly, and nice transport for Fred that just takes him from below the Triforce to above. Tektites did not roll up, which is always good.
I mean, at the same time, if you can pick up the Triforce in a 1Q8 on your first drive, take it.
Well, there's 9 for Xarnax.
Fred now with a 2-1 lead in the Triforce department.
Yeah, it's not really a big... I mean, it's a Triforce lead, of course, but he hasn't seen... you didn't see any of the items in 7, I don't think, and we saw, what, 1 item or 2 items in 8 there?
2 items because
We saw a heart
the...
in the boomerang, right?
That's right.
I think the floor item is the one that's missing, which of course is the hardest one to want to go back for. So not really a surprise that he went ahead and just grabbed the Triforce and got out.
I mean, you've got so many dig doggers. You're going to want the recorder before you go back.
Yeah, that's absolutely reasonable. Xarnax, meanwhile, clearing out the Dead Woods area. That trolley bomb spot not bombing today. Gonna get some more money.
Oh, another large
136,
secret.
yeah. Have we seen a blue ring shop? Because this is getting us in blue ring territory if he wants to buy it.
I don't believe we have. Desert Shop for Fred. Another secret.
16 on our small is also really nice. This is definitely a good money seed.
Oh,
But also, I don't think Xarnax is... I think we've seen 2 of the large secrets. I think there's still one more out there. I would not pick up a secret right now if I'm Xarnax. I don't want to leave, 100 rupees on the table.
Oh, the staggered Wizrobe spawn. Everyone's favorite, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Wizrobes don't play well in the woods, so... We get some weird spawn patterns.
Chat letting you know that there was a blue ring shop near Death Armos.
Oh, 232? That's a really good price. At 237, if I were playing, I would be going back and getting it. But these runners don't need a blue ring as much as I do. Fred finally finds his candle, take any.
Won't be feeling too good about a 15-minute candle, but at the same time, it's the only one we've seen.
Yeah, and you see how Xarnax was able to just reflect those Wizard beams that would have one-shot him with no ring and less than 4 hearts. Well, 4 hearts anyway. The other complaint I've heard about the Big Shield is some runners say that if they get it, they forget to use it.
Oh yes. If you're too used to playing without it, when you get it, it's more confusing. So we're gonna see our Armos item. Oh,
just
goodness.
a boomerang. Xarnax says nope.
I'm good.
Oh, well, 4 hearts not enough for that ladder, but we do know it is a ladder. Now I'd really be feeling... Well, we still haven't seen a candle shop, so until I see a bunch of candle shops, I'm not going to be feeling too bad about not taking that heart instead. But if I see a candle shop here, then I'll be like, maybe I should take the heart, get that ladder. Sometimes the white sword item will prompt players to pick up hearts until they get it. But not when you've already got your candle.
Anything in the connector? Another blue ring shop. 231 actually for the price on it.
That is a really low blue ring.
Second lowest possible.
Yeah, the blue ring is a weird item because it does roll plus or minus. I guess it's plus or minus 20. But if it goes above 255, then it'll revert back to 250. So that's why you'll see most blue ring shops will just be the 250. But it can be, anywhere from 230 to 255.
How about that shop Xarnax just found? Meat at 55, but you've got a possible... well, if you're looking for that extra heart...
And it's a 1Q3. Now, sorry, it's a 2Q3. Now, interestingly enough, going into this tournament and recalling the action from the random percent tournament, I would have said early on, if I know I got a 2Q3, I'm going to buy that meat because there will be a bait. There will be a bait guy in 1Q3. Or 2Q. I keep saying 1Q. In 2Q3. But for whatever reason, it feels like we've not been seeing as many required bait purchases for those 2Q3s. I probably jinxed them by saying that.
Oh, perhaps. But at the same time, have you seen the bomb prices in Spectacle Rock?
3. A beautiful 3.
Oh, yes. Bombs at the dollar store once again.
Well, the $3 store anyway.
Dollar stores barely exist anymore. Fred,
Yeah, and Fred, there's those rupees on the table for Fred.
Yep.
At 255, I want to say he was in the 220s, 230s when he picked that up. So, you're too far away for a restart or for a retry, so you're never getting that money back, and it's a little unfortunate.
He wasn't 207.
Okay,
So
that's still a lot. Yeah, that's still like 80 rupees left on the table. He's gonna buy the blue ring because of it, though. You got that money now. You're just gonna lose it to door repairs. I like the choice.
Yeah, you haven't found many hearts, so why not?
Well, and you also know that the all the secrets are rolled up, if I'm not mistaken. So you're gonna get more money back.
Chat bringing up a valid point. Maybe some people would have gone back into 7 and get that bomb upgrade.
Also, would have been a reasonable choice. At the rate we're getting money, he might have enough to go get that bomb upgrade by the time he does his next save to start. Because it did roll down, so it was a relatively cheap bomb upgrade. Fred's gonna have 5 hearts when he gets to this ladder. He might be able to pick it up. He got 1 heart in level 8, I believe.
Indeed, and that's a 50-50.
It is now that we know that that it is not pick upable on 4. There's that blue boomerang. Xarnax doesn't like any boomerangs. I suspect Fred will turn his nose up at the wood boomerang as well.
I wouldn't
when he sees it in a couple screens. But yeah, I mean, Fred kind of demonstrating the use of the magic shield there. When Xarnax went down that screen, he could just take the shot, and Fred can't. I guess he could. Would have 1/2 heart left, but he would take 4 hearts. He'd take 2 hearts of damage with that blue ring. Yeah, Fred also saying no to the boomerang.
No surprise. Now, is the ladder available at 5 hearts?
No,
it isn't. And Fred.
Yep, the candle.
If bombs were fairly plentiful, I promise you he would have just set the bomb there. But
if this were a Link to the Past, he would have set the bomb.
That's true.
Bombs, not quite with the same value there as they have here, and that's not to say they don't have value in that game. It's just that they're so valuable in this game. Here's the heart container for Xarnax. That'll get him up to 6, so whenever he wants, he can go back for that ladder. Unfortunately, it's kind of in an awful spot compared to where we're at. Also, we have the 1 rupee pity heart.
Indeed. And there's our tracker for the afternoon. No point showing exactly what Fred would have done.
Yeah, shoutouts to OpnoPoint, doing the MVP work of the tracking. And there's that candle shop. It was 45 rupees, which wouldn't have been a bad price to pay. This will put Fred at 6 hearts. He's really close really, I'm not sure. That might be a bit of an exaggeration, but close enough that I think he goes back and picks it up right now. And Xarnax is going to just go back and pick it up right now, too, it looks like. We'll check the forgotten spot on the way.
Not going to pick up that secret.
Nope. Not at 244.
Xarnax's going to be first to the ladder, but Fred's right behind him.
Yep. The only difference, Fred gets a pea hat holding his ladder, and Xarnax gets a Zol.
And that pea hat got another dose of fire just for keeping the ladder for so long.
Okay, Fred's going to finish off this area with the forgotten spot. Probably going to... he could go back and do some Death Mountain clearing, but may choose not to for now. Xarnax may pick up that bomb upgrade.
He's on the screen for 127, but he's not going there.
Doesn't want it. He doesn't want it yet. I'd like to see him spend his money on something, though. Oh, wants to go back into 8. Looks like he didn't get the Triforce yet. And there's still one more item in here. Fred, meanwhile, finds Q21.
Two items, but...
Yeah, 2 items. We have a ladder, so he's not going to be ladder blocked out of this dungeon, which does happen. So should be able to full clear it unless there's a Dig Dug or a Goma blocking something.
And then you've got the pirouette there to open up the east entrance.
And there's the E.
Letter E in Zelda, which is the dungeon layouts for the first 5 dungeons of 2Q.
Both these items will be floor items. Nothing there. Dark room with blue bubbles. Ooh, white sword on the floor. Nice.
Nothing wrong with that.
Way too late for the white sword candle retry. Of course, we already have our candles. So I didn't quite see where this one was. See if it was possible to get to it early.
It's over in Spectacle Rock, actually.
Yeah, definitely not gonna be able to get that white sword early enough.
No.
If this was a randomized sword location, I could easily see someone getting here before getting their wood sword. And you find your wood sword, you grab the candle. Oh gosh, okay. This is I don't think Fred was able to bomb into that room from below either, so it may be that the transport's required. Oh, chat telling us it was northeast of level 1, I guess, by the desert under the bush. So you needed the blue candle you need the candle to get it, which actually works just fine because you pick up the candle and you can get the candle. Yeah, Fred double checking. Yeah, he needs to use the transport to get around this.
I thought we were referring to the candle location at the time. My apologies.
Oh, the store bought. Yeah, the candle store was East Death Mountain. Okay, where does this take us? We're gonna go to the very tippy top, or we're gonna just go one room above the wall we couldn't bomb. We're gonna go one above the bomb we couldn't wall. That's always fun. And we get a recorder. Okay.
Fred not complaining with either item here in this dungeon.
2 really nice items. Yeah, 2 nice items. A nice enemy set. We're gonna be done with this level 1 pretty easily.
Just need to go one more room north to get that Triforce.
Fred thinking maybe he can get an extra key. No other reason why he doesn't go straight into that room. And he does get an extra key over here, so that's nice.
Yep. Key's always useful until you get the Uni key. Oh.
Now we get to kill a manhandler. Blue ring and white sword will make it a little bit easier. Oh, and it gets the hole in one, the
strike, the
strike,
kill.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
There are plenty of terms that we could use for that. But that is a Triforce in 1 for Fred Coughlin. Takes a 3-1 Triforce lead.
Yeah, meanwhile, Xarnax is still looking for that floor item here in 8.
I think he might be running low on rooms to find it. Maybe here?
This might be one. Yeah, we are running low on rooms. The Triforce room, which we know isn't it, obviously. The room to the left of it, and I think there may be one of those rooms to the right.
Not here either.
But we'll take the bomb.
Roll offering another secret, 29 medium.
29 medium is not I mean, it's one down from vanilla, so you're not super happy with that. But given that we have all the money that we have for the other secrets, you're not really upset about it. We know this room's a transport, so it's not going to drop. It would have to already be sitting there.
Fortunately, the raft is firewood today, so...
I mean, we started with it, so of course it's firewood. I say that. It's not like we've never had raft spots be required with the starting raft before, but it just doesn't feel like it happens that often. There it is. Okay, double heart 8.
Double heart 8 with a magical boomerang.
Yep.
Not the best of items.
But Xarnax knows he doesn't have to ever come back here, so definitely a good knowledge advantage. Fred does not know that the floor item in 8 is nothing he needs.
I don't think 8's on his list of priorities, though.
No, I think it's a while. I mean, I don't know if it'll be last location, but it's definitely in the realm of last locations.
Absolutely. Fred finding 3 as Xarnax is going to start digging this 2Q6.
Hey, remember what I was saying about bait blocks?
Yep. Right on cue.
Now, it doesn't mean that anything's beyond that. We have plenty of rooms to check, although it is a relatively small dungeon. It is good to have keys here. Level 3 is a key eater. There will always be a key to get from this column that he's in under his N and the column under the 3. You cannot bomb. You cannot ever bomb the other. The other wall will be a not bombable wall.
Oof, and how about this? That's an ugly room to fight a Gleeok in.
It really is. Would have been nice if you could have gone, if there had been a door the other way, from the right, then you can kind of just stand there in the safety spot to kill it most of the time. No floor drop so far.
Ooh, are you going to need the,
Well, we're gonna need the bait for something, because we only have one room left.
Indeed. Well, you could also get the transport here.
That would open up 2 more rooms, but there's no... Unless this was a super room, well, not a super room, because there wouldn't be an item, but a Triforce into a transport, like on either a right side stair or remove most open staircase situation, and then both items on the other side. We might be able to get 2 out of 3, though.
Well, there's the Triforce poorly guarded by a Dig Dogger.
Yeah, but that Dig Dogger is also guarding a staircase that may or may not be required, and there's a book.
That is not a small pickup there by Fred.
He's got enough money that he could buy either one of the sets of hints and retry to the other. Now, we're early enough that these hints are going to be more useful.
Especially looking for that Silver's hint. Double item in the segment. It's a heart container.
But we can't get the Triforce. The good news is, you don't have to rush back here to get the Triforce. Fred does have the recorder to get there, if he did have the Triforce there, but, he'll just buy bait when the time comes and go back there probably towards the end.
Interesting that he didn't check the desert spots for with the recorder.
Yeah, Fred, you have a recorder. You just went over the start screen that's recorder. Oh, he is gonna immediately buy the bait. Didn't we find a cheaper bait elsewhere?
We did back in the bomb shop over at Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, I don't like that bait pickup. Like, you've got both items out of 3. So you don't have to rush back there to do it right away. So you can afford to try and route in the cheap bait shop and not have to pay as much for it.
At the same time, it's in the middle of nowhere, and you don't really have a dungeon of a quick access dungeon nearby to get back there. So
true.
At best,
also one of my favorite old NES games are Recorder.
Oh goodness. I have heard...
Name that tune, chat. Because I know this one.
Oh, I know it as well.
Meanwhile, Xarnax still in level 6, where it looks like we haven't found anything other than that Triforce. This could be something. Yeah, Fred just wants to get this Triforce and be done with level 3.
He's gonna do the bait save.
Oh yeah, I mean, even though he has a Triforce out of 7, we haven't seen the bait room there, and the odds of it blocking anything are really slim, but you just spent over 100 rupees for that bait. You want to make sure you have it just in case you have to go back into 7.
Oh, well, that makes things a little... Of course, is this the one-room transport? Not quite.
Triforce out of 3 for Fred.
3 can rest easy for the rest of this match. On Fred's side, he is not coming back.
And there's the shoot room that always likes to show up in level 6 for Xarnax, which always has a drop on the outside of it, on the left side.
Oh, goodness. And now Fred just found the cheap bait shop again in the Eastern Forest.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. I just wouldn't have prioritized that. And just, wait till you find a cheap bait shop, and then, if you're forced to at the end of the seed, then sure, whatever. He does get the large secret, so he gets a bunch of his money back.
Yep, gets all of it back, in fact. And manages to keep the bait, so no real harm done. 2Q7 not burning.
Alright, Xarnax decides to go back into level 4.
Might be an early turning point here.
This is the first time is Fred off a saving quick? Because he might be able to retry out of this. Play a melody for the red ring. That's an interesting one.
That's a big one. There might be a recorder block somewhere. Power bracelet not
No
required.
power bracelet block. Red ring and wand potentially in the same dungeon.
Oh my. Maybe level 2? We haven't seen that.
Yeah, we have not seen 2. Have we seen 5? I don't think we've seen 5.
No,
so 2 and 5.
Yeah, both of our runners have seen 9 as well, so it's either 2 or 5.
Yeah, I once got a push block hint for a red ring and a red candle early in a seed, and I thought, and we started with the power bracelet, and I said, I'll find that dungeon. I can get those 2 items easily. Turns out it was level 9.
Oh, lovely. Question in chat: can play a melody also mean dig doctor block?
It can.
Yes.
It absolutely can. Now, the fact that there were 2 of them leads me to believe that it's a dungeon with both items, but that does not have to be the case. Xarnax finding level 3, and we'll get the news shortly that he needs to go buy bait somewhere. And Scold, you got it. It is Kid Icarus World 2.
Indeed, the overworld.
One of my favorite NES games as a kid. The game had the additional, it taught you about credit, because I don't know any other game that has a credit card in it.
And level 2 found it's in its vanilla spot of all places.
Where was it? Oh, it's vanilla quest 1.
Yep.
Which is, would be level 2Q3's vanilla spot as well.
Indeed.
So yeah, recorder required. So Xarnax is going to have to get over to level 1. Now, I don't see him missing the items in level 1, so he should be fine once he gets there. And we'll see if Fred digs out these items, if they're even here.
I mean, I don't.
It was
see
wand
why...
and red. They're both good. They're both really good items.
Yeah, Fred does not say no to a red ring.
Well, I mean, if you find it, you're not. No one says no to her. I think the only time I've ever heard of someone saying no to a red ring was you're in level 9 and maybe you've already killed Ganon type situation. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only.
Pretty uncommon.
And even then, if it's a Wizrobe 9,
You might still pick it up, yeah. Fred doing the bubble dance to get that key.
Oh,
Keeps his
nice
sword,
bomb
fortunately.
For Xarnax. Xarnax probably not feeling too good about having to take the segment, but be happy with what he finds at the other side.
Yeah, at the moment, the big edge that Xarnax has is he's already gotten that bow out of 6, and Fred is not, and it's not clear when he goes back there. And I assume he won't miss it, but it is a floor item, so you never know.
It was at the opening of level 6. I'd be surprised if he misses it. He might not find it for a while, but
There's a Triforce out of 2. Fred wants these items. I don't blame him. They're both really good items. Neither is hard required. Well, maybe he just goes ahead and grabs it and says, you know what? These aren't hard required items, and if that room isn't going to bomb, I'm just not going to bother at this point. Especially having already bought the blue ring. So he might just leave.
And oh, he's taking the recorder again. He wants back in.
Yeah, I guess it really depends on how much of this dungeon he has left. Now, Fred tracks old-fashioned with pen and paper, so even if we were to look at his stream, we wouldn't know what he's done and what he hasn't. I think it's getting an extra key. I mean, that's not bad either. You got something there. Did we just pick up bombs in that spot? Okay. I'm gonna guess from the emote that Opno's put out there.
That's
really good chance that this spot right here is gonna be the stair item.
Yeah, wouldn't bet a bank against it. Xarnax is about to find out his own set of hints, and that's just a key.
No, it's just a key.
I mean, with the key door right there.
Gonna work out pretty well, and it looks like the virus did not roll up. They also didn't roll down, so.
Well,
that compass is
can
useless.
stay there.
That's the kind of compass you're happy to see after you have the Triforce, because I don't want to go through red bubbles to get the compass.
Who does? Uh-oh.
We're gonna just burn another key, but we've gotten quite a few keys. A little blue dark nuts. Meanwhile, where is Xarnax going?
Good question.
No drop here. Fred's gonna see if he can avoid spending that key. Oh, we're gonna see hints. Raft and 7. This is the different hint shop than Fred just bought. Oh, silver's on the floor.
Silver's on the. Oh my goodness.
So there is a red ring in here, but not a wand.
Is 5 also recorder blocked?
Maybe, or maybe, we did see Dig Doggers in some of our levels, so maybe the second one is just Dig Dogger blocked.
You might be right, and Fred out of here.
Yeah, he got the silvers, which, it's, this is really, really interesting because that hint shop, like for Xarnax, he's gonna obviously clear level 2 and get those silvers. But had Fred left thinking, oh hey, this is gonna be red ring and this is just gonna be red ring and wand, I don't need those, that could have been a problem.
You're right, but now here's a possible turning point right here. If Fred digs this 2Q4, thinking the bow's in here. Oof, that could
Yeah,
shift
unfortunately, yeah, he
momentum
hasn't
here.
gotten yet. Well, he hasn't even found the Triforce in here yet, so we'll see how deep he goes into it. Red switching to pause strats.
Nicely done.
Switching back to swap. That's one of the changes he made about, I'd say, what, a year and a half ago? Maybe it was 2.5 years. It's maybe been a while. But yeah, I'm a big fan of that change where you can toggle your select swap with your pause if you want to.
Now, that's a problem right there. That's the first mugger I believe we've seen today.
That is correct.
Ugh.
And yeah, keys and bombs. And if we don't get any key, there will always be a mugger in in Q24. There will always be 2 muggers in Q27, and then beyond that, we can have up to 3 more muggers. So in this case, we can have anywhere from 1 to 4 muggers.
I've seen a race recently that had 3 muggers and 9.
I don't know. That was wild. Which means you don't get any old man hints too.
Good. Right on top of it all.
His Xarnax is in level 1. He doesn't know it, but he's gonna have to dig out this recorder. Hopefully he does.
Level 1's small enough that I don't think either runner misses any items.
Yeah, I mean, it's when the only time you'll see a runner, I think, well, most of the time, miss an item in level 1 is if you get an early Triforce and say the rest of the dungeon's ladder blocked. And level 1, it's not unusual for it to have a ladder block, because it always has that. This river room the Xarnax is in right now will show up in level 1 most of the time, and it likes to have something on the other side of it. Now, I'm a little concerned because Xarnax is in the segment of level 1 where the recorder is, and is picking up that Triforce and going back to start. And we'll probably, if he goes back in, the white sword was really easy. Uh-oh.
Chat saying he did get the recorder.
Oh, did he? Okay, but he definitely hasn't gotten the white sword, because that is a wood sword on his screen.
That's right.
Are we gonna go back in now? Oh, you know what? He's gonna use the pirouette possibility to open. No, maybe not. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, if we if we weren't sure he had the recorder before, we are sure now because he just used it. But yeah, a little unfortunate that he missed out on the white sword. I am surprised you don't go back in to clear that. There's our other bomb upgrade that Fred cannot afford right now. It's a shame because we had bought the cheap bait. He probably would have been able to.
He would have, because that
would have been able to afford it.
48 rupees, I believe.
Yep. I feel like the Triforce was pretty early in for Xarnax when he picked it up earlier.
Yeah.
From start, and Fred just took a different direction because he wanted to see what was behind that ladder.
It'll be interesting to see just how much more time Fred spends here.
At this point, I'm trying to think if there's even an item in here that could be required. No, we've got everything covered. We know the power bracelet. At best, I think the only thing left in the overall we haven't seen is the potion letter. So that nice to have, but oh well if you don't get it. Just grab a potion from a take any towards the end of the game.
Honestly, I would say the only thing that's worth it in the dungeons that's remaining. How about that any key?
Oh yeah, well any key's always worth it. Well, unless you have like 20 keys. I called a race earlier this week where the runners had like 20. They had so many keys that they both gave up keys to a mugger and still ended up at like high double digits.
Yeah, like 19 if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. That was wild.
Well, this is when you're happy you've got the recorder and the ladder.
I mean, this could be the wand.
Could be.
Or it could be nothing.
Was a key.
Well, I mean, close to nothing. A key is not nothing.
No,
Unless you have the any key.
that's true. But at the same time, when you're in 9 without the any key, you'll be happy with any key you get.
Yep, and it is a Q19, so it is going to eat keys.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, we got a lot of coverage on this level 4 now.
Now, one question I've got for you, Tracy, because I didn't see it. Was that Dig Dogger room in a shutter?
I believe it was.
So that wand could very much be here and just blocked by the Dig Dogger.
Oh, that's a good point. Oh, there's a heart for Fred. We are returning... No, we're not turning down hearts. He's just being very careful not to get hit by the keys before he picks up the heart. Although, he with the blue ring, he does have a little bit of leeway there.
Still unpleasant to take a hit when you're already on beep strats.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Alright, we're gonna... Xarnax gonna continue to clear out the overworld. He is not checking the recorder spot that we know he needs to go to yet. He will get there. Since it's fairly close to start, he's gonna do these Deadwoods area ones first. And probably hit the grave area. But, I mean, there could be... Let's see, we're still missing 5. Oh, there is... Yeah, so speaking of the any key.
And it was buried in there.
Oh, there's another Dig Dogger. Now, this will not be the wand, because now we've already got the floor item.
Wait.
We don't care about that key anymore.
Wait just a minute. Does the bait actually have an effect on Dig Dogger?
That's a good question. I don't know. I've never gotten the bait to affect any enemy. I know it's supposed to have an effect on some.
That's twice now that Fred's used the bait against the Dig Dogger.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, this could be a push block.
Could also be a wand. Nope.
Just the power bracelet.
Which we know is...
Yeah, we know is nothing.
Yep. Fred's going to look for the Triforce now and probably get rolling. So Xarnax might have an additional problem here fairly shortly. He is fairly low on keys, and I don't believe he's going to go back to 2Q4.
Yeah, and a lot of the keys that Fred has are just keys that he's managed to spend extra time in the dungeons just to get extra keys. Or the ones he had, I should say, before he got the any key. So yeah, that could be a bit of an issue. Again, especially on a 1Q9.
Fred looking to shuffle the Gibdo into something a little more friendly. Uh-oh.
Has Fred lost his sword?
He did that. Those red bubbles did not play nice. That's a bomb pack. Not exactly what he wants.
And there's the Triforce.
There's a Triforce pickup. 6-4 on the Triforce count. Fred with the lead.
Yeah, Fred with the lead, and Fred with just a better knowledge overall, except for the bow.
And he's headed to 6.
I mean, I think that's... Yeah, you know where 6 is. You don't know where 5 is. It makes a lot of sense. So you would go ahead and do this first.
Question. Now, the big question is whether Fred is going to stumble upon the bow just like Xarnax has. It's in this room.
Yeah, he should. Because this isn't... You're going to kill this room. It's not a bad enemy set. Need to get his sword back. And there it is.
That is going to put Fred. I believe we can call that go mode.
Yeah, we can, because the only item he didn't pick up, he chose not to pick up, was the power bracelet as far as overworld blocks, because he got the hint that said no feat of strength.
That's right. Question in chat: are they going to race Z2R after this? Actually, I don't believe so, because I believe we've got another race right on this channel after this one.
We do. Yeah, I mean, they might choose to do something else, but
we aren't going to be able to cover it. Well, we won't. There's no telling if somebody. No, I don't think I'll go into that.
yeah, I mean, we've got a ton of races on the SpeedGaming channel tonight. We haven't quite finalized what the restream schedule is going to be, but we do have following this race is going to be another. I think that one's going to be a 2-2 matchup, if I'm not mistaken.
That's
between
King
Dahl and Stan. Yeah, that'll be a good one. Whoever loses out of that one is going to join the ranks of the 2-3s that you do not want to face in the play-in.
Oh, absolutely right. Both of those runners very skilled, and the play-in might be well, already the real's been a cruel mistress. Now you got to deal with the play-ins.
Yep. Fred's still looking for level 5. He's going to check these river spots. Sounds like Xarnax has been making some good use of that big shield. Fortunately, I missed it.
Wait. Oh, Fred looking at this recorder spot finds out it's nothing.
Yeah, at this point, Fred, I think, has the choice between going back to all the recorder spots he hasn't seen. He's got Death Mountain. I'm not sure how much of the Deadwoods, which apparently is the area in which level 5 was. I didn't quite see the screen that Xarnax was on when he got there.
Oh goodness, Fred might dig West DM looking for level 5.
I mean, it's a reasonable play to do. That'll give Xarnax some extra time back to do what he needs to do.
Indeed, here's another hard container for Xarnax on the coast. 11, it's a 40% chance at the magical sword.
And I mean, Xarnax is in, other than the key situation, Xarnax is in pretty good shape. Might even be able to pick up a magic sword. I will unfortunately miss the white sword, so it'd be nice if he could pick up that magic sword. Knows that the silvers are in 2, so he's not going to leave without them. And might even be able to get that red ring, because it looks like it was Goma blocked. Recorder Lake is level 5. Okay, so
Indeed.
Fred's going to take a little while to get back there. Thank you, Freedom Fighter. He gets a little extra money, though. Might lose some money, too, because door repairs.
Indeed, they're everywhere. 9 of them on the overworld.
So yeah, both vanilla dungeon recorder locations activating today. There's 2 for Xarnax.
And is that the last dungeon he hasn't seen yet?
Yeah, because he's seen 7 and he's seen 3. I don't know if he's bought his bait yet, but he will have to at some point.
I mean, he's got the money to do it.
Yeah, he could buy the expensive bait too if he wants. And you know, he might even, like we said, he might get that red ring here. We're gonna.
This race far from over, in fact. Oh, nice candle boost.
I mean, Fred's got a lead and he's got an advantage, but you know, it's Q19. You know, Q19 does level 9 things all the time. Oh, you know, Xarnax has 0 bombs. I wonder if he's gonna go find a bomb shop.
There are a few of them on Hyrule.
At 3 rupee bombs, you could buy. I'm not gonna do the math, but you could buy a lot of bombs if you could carry them all. Or, you know, it wouldn't be a bad play from just go back into level 7 and buy that bomb upgrade.
Well, at the same time, if you buy 3, wait a minute, that's not my job to do, Matt. I'm gonna get yelled at if I try and do Matt here. But
Yep,
there
yep.
is-
He's decided. I just want this bomb upgrade. Yeah, let's do it. It is only a
And-
+3, but it's a relatively cheap one, so I'd pay that for a +3.
and a bomb refill without any headache. So yeah, by all means, I've got no
Also,
problem with that.
yeah. Also, you know, if he runs into a mugger room, it's a little easier to pay off a bomb if you have an upgrade. We're not. He's. You know. He's. There's no way he's going back into 4 for the any key. He knows exactly where the silvers are. You know, Fred finds level 5.
Yep. The only problem for Fred right now is that he doesn't have any bombs.
Yeah, he also has enough money to go back into 7 and buy that upgrade, so it wouldn't surprise me if he did that. Level 5 tends not to have a lot of bomb walls anyway, so he might be okay here.
The only problem with 2Q5 is that you've got two sets of transports.
Yeah, that's not nice. Xarnax picks his Triforce up out of 7, so he's going to be done here. And he'll go back to 2, I think, before going back to 3.
Considering the position of 7, I believe you're right. 2 is very close.
Fred's other problem with these blue dark nuts. Ugh.
No one likes to fight those. Especially not with bubbles in the way.
Yeah, the bubbles make it very annoying. You know, you think about how bad the blue and red ones are when you have enemies in the same room, but you know, these white ones are also pretty bad, because they'll take away your sword for quite a while, and if you try and fire your sword when the dark nut's going by and you miss, it's a bit annoying.
Especially on beat strats like that. Oh, goodness.
Oh, and apparently Magic Sword's right next to level 3, so Xarnax, I think checks it. Of course, only 40% chance he can pick it up. Fred's not going to be able to pick it up unless a bunch of hearts suddenly show up for him and he picks them up.
Oh, and here comes the Silver Storm.
Oh, there's 1 heart. Yeah, kind of nice when you have the money for it. Also nice when virus don't roll up, and you can kill them in 1 shot this way.
Oh, goodness. How many times have we seen Vires roll up to 5 or 6 HP, and that just ruins your chance to...
Oh, it's terrible.
Drops.
The only way you can kill a Vire in 1 shot, if they roll up, is if you do the wand magic sword combo. Usually if you have the wand, usually if you have the magic sword, comboing with the wand is not worth it, because if you miss the perfect double tap, your wand is going to be the thing that does damage, not the magic sword, which is not what you want. However, if you're trying to kill a Vire, it's worth it. And of course, because Vire HP is not how many times it takes to kill it, but what amount of damage to not make it split, it has to roll all the way down to 2 most of the time for it to be really useful in a roll down. So a 3, again, unless you do the wand, say white sword or wand sword, either sword combination, you're still not going to be able to kill it in 1 shot. Compass for Fred in 5.
And it's over at the bottom of the level. Fred's going right there. He's already in go mode. He doesn't care about
Yeah,
this
he
back
doesn't.
run.
Yeah, he doesn't need anything else. An extra heart where you can just walk and pick it up without losing any time is nice. He's gonna grab those bombs though.
Oh, did lose his sword. Will it matter? No.
Nope.
Fred Coughlin at 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 10 seconds. Ticket to 9 acquired. You've got 8 Triforces.
Yeah, Xarnax not going to be too far behind, but does need to dig the silvers out of this too, as well as the Triforce.
And Fred right in there at 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 30 seconds. Tracy, what are we looking for in here?
Well, fortunately, we're only looking for 2 things today, because we have bow and silvers. We're looking for the Roar of Ganon, because he's loud and we can hear him in an orthogonally adjacent room. And we're looking for a door that doesn't open right now because we haven't killed Ganon, a single shutter door, or will open automatically regardless of enemy kills once Ganon is dead.
Ganon's the worst neighbor ever. Seriously. Makes you wonder if his hockey team lost last night. Mine loses all the time, so I'm not.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, my team was winning a lot, and then, you know, as things happen, that tends to get flipped. Northwest of Skull. Okay.
Okay, so we're in the wrong quadrant for Ganon, but I believe Fred will head over to the northwest as soon as he can, because when you go towards Ganon, chances are you might stumble upon Zelda's location as well.
Yeah, and it kind of works both ways. If you know one of the pieces of information, it's reasonable to go and try and get the other piece. And there's that Goma guarding the silvers, and there's a really good chance that this is going to be the push block for the red ring. And since Xarnax did not buy a blue ring, this will be really good for him.
We're about to find out.
Yep, it is.
There it is. Super room.
And Ganon, or when... well, we're going to see 2 Zeldas, aren't we? Because we have enemy sprites.
That's right. So we'll need 8 hits to take down Zelda and get Royal Jelly, as some commentators have referred to it.
Yeah, Xarnax running out of time. This is still not over because we still need to find... in both our cases, we need to find Ganon.
Now, here's the problem. Ganon could be in either shutter door right here.
Sure could.
Well, Triforce and 2 for Xarnax. Is this it? No. Fred needs to keep looking.
Yeah, and chat pointing out that, yeah, we got the level 2 doing its best impersonation of level 9 today with the silvers and the red ring.
In the same room, nonetheless.
Yeah, you don't see that every day.
Oh dear. That's not much of a transport there.
Alright, I'm going to assume that Xarnax has bought bait at some point. He's going to go back into level 3. This won't take him very long.
There's a bomb shop nearby. Fred gets another bomb pack.
He's still checking locations, though. This is maybe... has he found 9? Oh, okay. Maybe he retried out of this bait store.
I believe that's the case, but there's the bait for level 3. This could still be close if Xarnax right orders 9 and finds a kidnap.
Oh, we're gonna try Magic Sword. He picks it up. That's certainly a nice pickup, considering he did not pick up that white sword in level 1.
Double sword upgrade and a huge speed boost at the tail end of this race.
Yeah, we must have missed him retrying out of all this stuff because yeah, you already bought your. Okay, he's gonna buy a key. I like the purchase. You still have money.
Fred just found a hint for the kidnap. She's in southeast.
That's going to help him out. It still could be a magic staircase to the area. So yeah, Zark's really running out of time. Needs to get through this level 3 very quickly and needs to find a way to right order this level 9 faster than Fred can get there.
Oh, but no bombs yet. And Fred, little short on bombs as well. How much time does Xarnax have?
Well, if Fred gets kicked out for lack of bombs, that is going to give Xarnax more time. Now, Fred knows where that early bomb pickup is over in level 7, so that would be the fastest way to him to increase his bombs. Now, he's back to 4.
Nothing here.
Okay, well now bomb problem solved for now.
For now, is this it?
This is it.
It is. Those Walls Masters confirm it.
Yep.
Get your GGs out, everybody, for your race winner here today. Fred Coughlin with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 26 seconds.
Yeah, just as Xarnax enters level 9.
Fred's going to improve to 4-1 with that win. and have a pretty good seed heading into the top bracket in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, might have a shot at a bye. So might have a couple weeks off. I'm not sure what our exact numbers are going to be. And we do have Fred joining us. GG's.
Oh, thank you.
So, I mean, really nice run. The only thing I didn't like was going out of your way to buy the really expensive bait just to finish off level 3 before, because you had both items. I figured you'd just wait till the end when you need to do it. But in the end, it was a big money seed. It didn't really end up costing you.
Honestly, it was a case of I looked around, the one cheap bait that I had seen up to that point had been up in Death Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't running back up there. I had that down as I was assuming a rare shop at that point. I think it was the bomb shop, unfortunately, that was rare. But in my mind, that was a rare shop. So I wasn't gonna... I was like, let me just get this done now, because I'm in this general area. It took a little bit of walking. I could have recorded a little faster probably to get over there, I think, in the end. But it was just a case of, I want to get this done now. Xarnax is too good. And I have to try to keep the gas on there just in case, anything else comes up.
Yeah, I mean, it all makes sense. Yeah, the one advantage he had is he got that bow out of 6 really early. It did allow him to eventually get the red ring out of 2.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I mentally checked the shapes because I forgot what column the tail of the 6 comes in on. So I thought that
we were thinking shapes 2 at first. So yeah, you're not the only one.
Yeah, so therefore, because of that, I was like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna bother checking to the right because I know I'm in that leftmost column. I wasn't, and therefore I was like, okay, let's see what we can do here. But that's why I was like, okay, I think that's what I need to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, yeah, I mean, but otherwise, I mean, things are pretty. This was a pretty tame seed. As it turns out, Xarnax picked up Magic Sword at 11 hearts, which. And you were never anywhere close to that, but you did have the white sword that he missed, so that kind of worked out pretty well for both of you.
Yeah, as I say, when I found that white sword, I was just like, okay, sweet. I'm just gonna keep going here. I completely missed the fact that the room that had the map in one there was a push block, and so I explored the whole thing and got briefly confused until I was like, which push block did I miss? Oh, okay, that's where it was. Yeah,
because it was one of the rare ones where you actually had to take the transport.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's Ganon there's Zelda for Xarnax. It's kind of fun when we have the double enemy sprite play.
Oh, yeah.
So 4-1, Fred, going into brackets in 2 weeks' time. How you feeling?
I mean, I'm happy I was able to make it somehow to 4-1. There's really tough competition in this entire bracket. I think even anyone who's 3-2 and 2-3 are incredibly formidable. It's very easy to get a matchup where you say, how the heck did so and so end up as either 2-3 or possibly not even making brackets with just how high the quality's been this year. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm still obviously nervous because any one of these races is you're out if you lose, and anyone could beat anyone. I feel like here at this point in the tournament here. It'll be nice to have the 4-1 at least just to technically get someone who got more losses, but I mean, that doesn't really mean a lot with this crew.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at the list of players, and I'm not going to start naming, but that are going to be in the 2-3 tiebreak. It's kind of a scary list. And by kind of, I mean, it is a scary list.
Oh, it's absolutely terrifying. I'm looking at some of the names there right now and saying to myself, you have people like 8gen, Slamoo, JP. I'm not picking everyone here. I'm merely just trying to look through the list there a bit. Rick is currently at 2 wins, so Cantaloupe.
He has to play.
Yep, Jess is 2 wins as well. I mean, Shaddy, King Dog, I could name almost everyone here. And they're people who I would be afraid to play against there. DK, who I played early in the tournament, also is there at 2 wins. And that's a rough bracket to play, to play any one of them.
Oh,
Oh, whoa, that's a
Xarnax.
fast staircase. Nice.
finds the transport straight to Ganon. Nice. Xarnax going to finish up with an official race time of 1:13:43. GG's to Xarnax.
Absolutely. Oh, and there's an interesting question in chat that I'm going to bring up once we get Xarnax here.
Oh, the game bunkers.
Indeed.
I mean, it does say chaos returns to Hyrule when you finish with the enemy with the kill in this set.
Oh, definitely.
And there he is. GG's.
Thank you, GG, Fred.
A great race there, Xarnax. That looked incredibly close there at the end. I mean, especially with the way you were able to fly through that 9 there. You found some really fast path to Zelda to the kidnap that I had no clue about, and you just like zoomed over there.
Interesting. I had no clue either.
I got lucky. I got a hint. There was a hint man up in the northwest who told me that Zelda was down in the kidnap was in the southeast. So I immediately up-A'd and tried beelining around the walking path and had to still take that staircase again and go through the shoot room to walk over there. And boom, you just were like, oh, yep, here I am. Done.
Man, that... I got my book too late. I think that was what killed me.
Yeah, it's funny. You both got the book relatively late. Fred, I definitely had it earlier, but Fred only bought one set of hints, which was really interesting because we got 2 play a melody hints, one for the red ring and one for the wand, which we never found. We never found the wand. So
it must have been in 5.
Yeah, we were all thinking that that level 2 was going to have wand and red ring, and then turns out, oh, hi silvers, but Fred didn't have the bow when he found those silvers, so couldn't get the red ring.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, it's just, I walked into 6 at the time at the very start of the seed, thought that I forgot where the hook down of the hat on the wizard head or whatever you want to call it is in shapes, and I said, oh, this is the column for, the column I just walked in on, it has to be the column for the wizard head, so this can't be second quest, so it's got to be a shapes one. So, okay. I'm coming back much later. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's funny because I went in, I got the bow in like the first 2 minutes or so, and I said to myself, like, there's no way that Fred doesn't get this, but if he doesn't, that's like probably my only chance to win.
Well, I got it just much later, like close to the 50-minute mark. I'd want to say it, looking at my splits here. So yeah, that was just that was a find.
Yeah, but I didn't have I never bought arrows, so because there were Pole's voice on the overworld, so
Yeah.
I figured unless I saw a Goma, I don't need to spend money on those, and
Was
yeah,
the
so
first
I never.
Goma you saw the one in the silver/red ring room? I want to say it might have been.
It was, yeah. So the game just gave me arrows to kill the Goma that it gave to me, so I could get the red ring. They were all in the same room. It was amazing.
Yeah, that was a beautiful room. As soon as I saw that it had the silvers there with the Goma, I'm like, and this has to be the item room. I just said that to us. This has to be the item room. I don't have a bow, so let me go check the rest of the rooms to be safe. But I'm just gonna write this down as no bow in capital letters and come back later.
Yeah,
You know, it was. Yeah, go ahead.
there are a couple other big mistakes I made. The one was my 6. I spent way too much time in there clearing rooms, forgetting that I had gotten the bow right at the beginning.
Oh no!
Oh, I hate when I do that.
Cleared that 6, just about. And then 8, I also dug 8 for a really long time.
Yeah, you definitely spent a lot of time.
It was such an easy enemy set; it didn't make sense to leave it. But coming out with a heart and a boomerang didn't feel great. Although I don't know how many swords Magical Sword took, but I was able to get that, so the hearts did something for me.
Yeah, I mean, you got it at 11, so yeah. I mean, it might have been 10. We don't know because Fred never got to 10, and
Gotcha.
you didn't try it at 10. But
Right.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I found white sword apparently in on the floor there in one.
Yep.
If you explored the bottom half of it when you were trying to find things, you didn't find really any items, but most of the items, but you found the white sword at that point. So it's like, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was like, okay, sure. I'm just gonna go with this white sword, blue ring. We'll have some fun.
Yeah, I mean, but it was one interesting point. Fred, having seen the melody hint, was there any thought to not going back into 2, thinking that maybe the items were while nice, were just the red ring and the wand, neither of which are required?
It definitely went through my mind. Only problem I really had at that point was just that I still had 5 missing, and the only other place for 5 was up on Death Mountain.
Okay.
So I was like, if I do that, I mean, even as it was, once I found the silvers there in 2, my mind was like, okay, well, I have to go beat 6 because I know where that is. I was like, do I even go up to Death Mountain? Because I have a play the melody. I have 2 items I haven't seen, one of which was there. Of course, the thing that was niggling in the back of my mind was the fact that I had seen a Dig Dogger in 7 with a couple of shutter doors. So I was like, I don't know which one it is. And so I decided to clear Death Mountain, which turned out to be a very poor use of time, I'm going to say, because there was almost nothing up in that region. But as I said, I just was like, okay, I should probably do that just because I don't have a good warp point to either. And I was like, if there's really, it was like, okay, it's going to take me extra walking to go down and try those recorder spots. And if I'm wrong and it's a Dig Dogger block somewhere, then I have to walk all the way back up. So I was like, let's just try to go with the most efficient pathing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because we immediately thought, okay, well, it was going to be a dungeon. I mean, there were plenty of Dig Doggers, and it's always a possibility, and it still could be a Dig Dogger blocking that wand instead of being in level 5. But there's definitely the thought of, well, 2 nice but not required items might be in this level 2.
If I'd gotten that the wand, I wouldn't have complained about it all, just for the fact that it would have worked on anything in the dungeons and helped mitigate some of those evil red bubbles of doom.
Yeah. Now, Xarnax, you had no choice because you saw the hint. The other set of hints, which I believe had both the red ring and the silvers in 2.
Right.
So you're like, okay, let's find 2 and get the items. I liked the way you pivoted over to 7 when you had no bombs. Picked up the bomb upgrade and then went back to 2. I thought that was a really nice play.
Thank you. It helped
beautiful.
that I had not gotten the Triforce out of 7 yet.
Yep, it just made
So
a lot
I had
of
a
sense.
reason to go there anyway.
Yeah, I had that in the back of my mind to, if I really needed it, just record it back to 7 and take that, but I ended up not needing it because I was able to get bombs at the one point where I was out of them, so. But as I said, that's a brilliant play there. I love hearing that.
Now we already talked to Fred about him going into the brackets. Now Xarnax, of course, at 3 and 2, you are making brackets. Just going to be seated a little bit lower, but still get a week off. How are you feeling going forward?
I'm lucky to be where I am. I mean, I'm surprised. Like, man, I probably spent the last 15 minutes looking at the race room, looking for a finish. I'm surprised I kept this one as close as I did. So I've felt really good about this tournament.
No, you've been playing really well.
Yeah.
I mean, you are, you're like, oh gosh, yeah, you don't think you measure up. You do. I mean, you've seen your vanilla play. I've seen your randomizer play throughout the years here. You're dang good. It was actually fun getting to race you. I don't know if I think this is one of our first one-on-ones in a tourney. Maybe we've had one more, but
I know we've had one somewhat recently. But yeah.
Yeah, so
no, we haven't had many for sure.
Yeah, either way, it's going to be fun times when we get to those brackets, and good luck to both of you. Get a week off to prepare. Fred, maybe you get 2 weeks. We'll see. Anything else either one of you wants to add before we go ahead and close this out?
Just in my case, just to thank you both for doing the commentary. Thank Upno there on the tracking and everyone else who's been involved as usual. It's always fun to see these come together. Thank you so much, and looking forward to bracket round. Best of luck there as well, Xarnax. Hope we end up running into each other at some point again.
Yeah, likewise. Congrats again on the win, and yeah, thanks everybody getting so many of these on the air. It's incredible.
All right. Speaking of so many of these on the air, we do have another race coming up in a half hour. King Doll versus Stan. And if you're not sick of me and Moonrise and Phoenix yet, you may be sick of us after that race, because we're going to be right back on the call with OpnoPoint on the tracking.
Special thanks to Optima Point as well for doing the tracking on this race. And yeah, just grab a drink, stretch out your legs, do some self-care if you need it. And we're back in half an hour for game number 2 of the doubleheader.
And we hope to see you all there. Yeah, it'll be fun. It's been fun, Moonrisen. It's been thank you to Optima Point. We'll be doing this all again in 30 minutes, and we'll see you all there.
Absolutely. See you soon. Take care, everybody.